if you have your database management dialed in because that's the right thing to do in your business, you bust your ass right now to fill your database, to fill the top of the funnel, because that's what it takes, because it takes a high volume of interactions. And like, that's why the partnership with Jeff and Empower makes so much sense, is because what Jeff's platform allows you to do is it allows you to get in front of agents with leverage. It allows you to get in front of 30 agents at a time, because in the best of markets, your best agent relationships are going to be good for like what, 9 to 11 transactions a year.
Yeah.
Right. In the best of markets, in this market, those best relationships are maybe 3 to 4 transactions a year. So what's the solution? Go deeper with those? No, probably not. The solution is to be filling the top of the funnel at a massive rate. And then also, while you're doing that, have a process for managing your database, have a process for making sure that all of the work that you're putting in now can pay those extra dividends down the road. But you do it today because that's what it takes today to be successful. You have to use more nuanced automation that's going to put the people in front of you when they need to be in front of you, so that you can do automation to identify who should have who should be in that category. But then as soon as you get to that point, that's when the manual interaction needs to take place. And maybe it's not a phone call. You can shave time by recording a video and sending it over, but it's using technology to create more meaningful interactions. With the massive effort that you put at the top of the funnel, you're going to have to be smart about those efforts in the middle of the funnel in order to maintain those relationships. And so that's how we view you should be doing that. The impact that like just learning this stuff, just learning and soaking in the digital marketing and database management and marketing automation, and like just the impact that that's had on my life and my career, right? I started as a loan officer doing that, and I was early enough to the game that I was able to transition to starting Empower LO, and now we help loan officers en masse with that. Awesome. But like, it's still early. It's still early enough that as a loan officer, if you invest, or as a branch manager, or like you invest in learning this, it will pay dividends for your entire career, and it feeds on itself, right? You start obsessing over this digital marketing stuff and you realize, oh crap, the best way for me to get in front of agents is at scale through either an in-person class or a webinar. Okay, now I know how to remarket to those. Like Michael said, now those agents are looking at me like, wow, he really knows his shit. Why? Because I'm a part of his funnel. I'm getting marketed too, right? And you basically create a level of expertise and an ecosystem around that expertise, where you no longer are looked at it as a mortgage person, period. You can choose your opportunity to monetize it. If you're going to do it through loan production, do it through loan production. But at the end of the day, you're the marketing expert, you're the sales expert. And that is why people look at you and why agents will refer you their business even when times are tough. There's a software development tool that I think the name of that tool is the perfect description for what I feel like the role of anybody who's running their own business or their own marketing at any level, like how they should look at ChatGPT or AI, which is Copilot. In software development, there's a AI ChatGPT driven tool called Copilot that helps you debug, interpret code, write code even, and it just sits along your terminal with you while you're coding, right? And it's always there. And when I use ChatGPT, I find that it like the more I use it, the better I am at using it, right? If I have that tab open all the time and I'm just thinking of ChatGPT as my co-pilot in anything that I'm doing, and I'm always thinking of a way to like tap into it and leverage it, what I can say is I'm going to stay ahead of the curve, and then I'm not going to get replaced by that shit. I can promise you that, right? Because I'm going to be there every step of the way. This is the time to get all of your database in one spot. And this is the last time that you're going to be able to ignore this advice without repercussion, in my eyes, right? Like, we've been hearing this for a long time. There's been a lot of conflict in that message, and the fact that the companies that are telling us to do better at managing our database are also telling us that that database is theirs if we leave them. We're seeing some of that shift. We're seeing some of that stop, which is great for the industry. It's great for producers. It is time to get your database all in one spot and create a plan around communicating with and staying in touch with them. And then heed the oxymoron that is use technology and AI to create more meaningful, impactful connections face to face.